I'm back with another video. As you can see, big stepping on your screen and in your browser. Thought that I really want to get into today is overcoming fears, bro. Like, I was watching this Dan Coe interview. I've been watching a lot of his interviews because I also consume a lot of his content. Because Dan Coe is like, I say one of the bigger inspirations behind who I want to frame some of my content and stuff to look like as a content creator. I was looking at some of his interviews and some of his interviews and some of his videos, and a common theme that I saw within the interviews was that he was saying that he was doing things with the mindset of doing it to learn more. It was never like strictly for monetization purposes, or it wasn't like for financial reasons. He was working on himself. He wanted to learn about himself, but he also wanted to gain some new skills and new knowledge, and he was just seeking that out. And I feel like that's kind of where I am. Mind you, Dan Coe is 26, maybe 27. I'm 22. I'm young. So I know a lot of people probably gonna be like, what are you really about to say? What am I about to try and what am I really trying to get to? I think the biggest point that I want to make today is that if you have something on your heart and on your mind that is a goal for you, either financially or physically or mentally or spiritually, pursue it. And not just pursue it, but prioritize it. Like, I really wouldn't be here if I didn't choose to just stay on paths and do things consistently. Like, I definitely do struggle with consistency. I can also struggle with focus sometimes, but I'm starting to realize that with controlled focus, with conscious awareness, and with that consistency, I find myself being happier doing the things that I haven't done yet that I've always aspired to do, like creating these videos. I don't get a bunch of views right now. I may never get a bunch of views, let's be real, but I'm doing this because I love it. Even on like Instagram and like Twitter and stuff, I really just like speaking my thoughts and sharing content to like be myself. Like, I'm not doing it for clout, I'm not doing it for fame. I'm doing it because that's just what's on my mind and what's on my heart. And when I hear certain like trending sound on TikTok, or I see a trending sound on Instagram and I want to be a part of it, I just want to do it, I want to recreate it. So I be trying to do that. So like, one thing I definitely learned from Dan Coe in some of the interviews that I saw with like Champ and this other guy that he was featured on was that he was taking advantage of his energy to run away from the idea of that he couldn't or that he might not be able to, and really just some of the fears that he had to go and do those things anyway. Like, I make these videos, I give the advice, I be talking, sharing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just putting myself out there, honestly. But when I say the things I say, there's a chance that somebody might comment and be like, bro, what is this dude talking about? And I've honestly had an experience like that already, because I had a second Instagram. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Jonathan K. Jordan. But yeah, I had a second Instagram, and on that Instagram page, it was something similar to this. Like I wanted to brand myself as a coach. I wanted to brand myself as like a motivational speaker, motivational person. And when I was trying to do that, I was making some posts. It wasn't consistent. I was really just putting myself out there, putting content out there, both along with like my music, and because I used to make beats, well, I still do make beats, but not as consistent and honestly not as good. But let's just say I've been out of practice with the beats. But I was making the beats and I was posting them, sharing the music on this page. And my biggest thing was that like I desperately wanted to be seen. And I started to realize that through desperately wanting to be seen, I was doing things and like posting stuff that was like it didn't matter. It wasn't me. Like I tried to make the page seem like it was like a news page at one point. I tried to make it a meme page or a theme page at one point, and it just wasn't working. I mean, one day I got a comment on the page or on one of the posts, and it basically said like, bro, what is this guy doing? Who does he think he is? He has no idea what he's doing. Basically making fun of me for making the content. So you know what I did? Scrapped the entire page, deleted it. So I was so irritated. I was like, why can't I just make content, it gets seen, you know what I'm saying? Maybe can make connections with people, network, grow my page. Mind you, I was also I was like 20, so 2 years ago. And I was being a little like, I guess the right word would be is like facetious or naive, thinking that like any post that I post could blow up and that there was no formula to social media, which there actually is. So I was like at a point where I was telling myself like, all I gotta do is make a post like this, or all I gotta do is make a post like this. And like I was studying topics and I was trying to stick to the trends and I was trying to like be trendy, but that's not even me. Because the fact of the matter is that I'm an introvert, bro. Like when I go out in public, I'm not talking much unless I already know the people that I'm with. And I barely even talk to them. Like even my family members, family friends, they understand that John is not talking to you much or for very long. Now, if you get me to talk about a subject that I'm interested in, I'll talk to you. If I have a question for you, I might ask it, but I'm not talking much because I just don't like to. I'm more of an observer. And I think that's a really cool trait to have as well, as being an observer. So like even right after this video, I'm probably gonna end up going to the basement, playing the game, because I gotta go to work tomorrow. But I don't know. The fact of the matter is that like I was trying to brand that page, that Instagram page, as if it was something that I wasn't. So I quickly fell out of like the love for trying to do things on social media. So I started to like distance myself from social media, and that's when I started restudying the purpose of it, which also kind of went hand in hand with my classes in college at the time, because I started learning like social media is actually a tool to drive traffic, and it is not a tool for, well, it's a tool to drive traffic, but it's not all about likes and videos and views and comments. Like those are just KPI indicators. Those are just metrics. At the end of the day, the thing that really matters is the impact that you're creating in the traffic that you're driving to your own sources or your own individual platforms. That's why places like YouTube have more sustainability and longevity than Instagram. And I think that's what kind of led me to making these videos, because I've always wanted to talking head videos, talking body videos, where I'm just like speaking, sharing knowledge, and the people that want to connect with me, they'll leave comments, and the people that don't, they don't. So I'm kind of just here doing making these videos because this is something I've always dreamed to do. Like, just have conversations about problems that have happened in my life, experiences that I've had, and how I found solutions to them. And then hopefully those solutions can help you, and maybe I'll find some solutions and can connect you with those solutions, etc., etc., etc. But the main point that I want to focus on is, or one of the main points I want to focus on, is doing it anyway. Like, if I had stopped when that dude made that post or that comment that was like, what is he doing? He has no idea what he's doing. He's whack. Or even like the comments that I even get now on Instagram, on my personal page, which is also like my brand page. Like, I'll comment on like different posts and stuff, and people will want to argue with me because I have ideas or I have an opinion, really, and they won't like it. But if I just started to avoid or started to run away again from those people, from those comments, I wouldn't even be here making these videos explaining to y'all why you should just do the things you want to do anyway. Like, literally, I'd be afraid of giving advice on here about my life and just providing perspective and stuff. And let me stop saying and stuff. Providing perspective and solutions on situations that I've experienced that could also connect to some of the situations you may be going through in your own personal life, or it could provide solutions for something you may go through in the future, or something that you know somebody may be going through. So that way you can share the video with them, or share this with them, or share it with yourself, or just take notes. You kind of just gotta do those things anyway. Like, if you got a video that you want to make, hint, hint, cough, cough, aka me. If you got videos you want to make it and post it. If you got food that you know you can make and you want to try and sell plates, sell the plates. If you like sports, or you was always an athlete, you kind of fell off from going to the gym, or you fell off from training, go back to training. You don't have to train as if you're about to go make it pro, but you can train for your own health because you like it. You'll definitely find people that want to connect with you or even learn from you if you stay consistent with it and you continue to push yourself to excel the limits that you start to see as you progress. Because over time, if you continue to push yourself, the limit of which you can do certain things will grow. So it's on you to continue to push past those limits. And if you don't, you'll stay dormant. And nobody wants to be dormant. I mean, there probably are people that want to be dormant, that don't care. But those are for the people that want to be mediocre. I don't want to be mediocre. I don't want to be average. So if you're seeking or wanting to be higher level or above average, I'm one of the people that you can subscribe to. I'm one of the people that you can talk to, comment on, reshare their content, because this is not about being average, mediocre, or lower level. This is about seeking higher level in all facets of life. Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. In your relationships. And in whatever grind you are pursuing, or whatever grind you are deciding to focus on. Because I feel like every year of life or every phase of life requires a different amount of energy, a different prioritization, and a different level of focus, but it's always going to be a higher level of focus because, as you know, or as most of us know, life has cycles, and within those cycles are problems that have either existed in our lives before or have existed in the lives of someone else around us. And with that means we either have to answer the solution, we have to answer the problem or find a solution with either the same level of power of which someone else solved it or that we solved it before, and or higher. It usually does not get lower. Another reason why you should just be posting the content, or let me say, not say post the content, because that's more so speaking to myself, but doing the things that you want to do and that you're pursuing regardless, is because people were going to say something anyway. People are going to talk. One of the main things that we do as humans, because we all, and not just as humans, but as animals, because at the end of the day, we are just animals, is that we socialize. And within that socialization, and within that character of which we carry daily, we have to have things to talk about. Your family was going to say something about you whether you went to college or not. Your family was going to say something about you whether you started that business or not. And even if you did start the business or didn't start the business, they was going to say something positive or negative regardless. Your family was going to say something about you if you dropped out. Your family was going to say something about you if you got fired. So what do you think that these people online are going to say? What do you think that the neighbor might say if they found out? People talk. Just like birds chirp. Just like snakes hiss. People talk. So why are we minding other people? Not only that, but why do we care? Now, this is not for the dude that is thinking something negative or thinking about harming someone or something. If you out there and you thinking that by me saying do the things that you said you wanted to do or do the things that you were going to do regardless should have any type of negative connotation, I don't condone you and I don't support you. But if you're someone who's looking to get a new car, or you're someone who's been desperately trying to get into the gym and you need a personal trainer, first off, you can contact me because I'll definitely work out with you. Right programmed workouts for you. And maybe we could even work on a meal plan. Also, if you're not trying to do that, I can connect you with my sister. Ladies, if you're trying to get connected with a personal trainer, I can connect you with my sister as well. So it's not just me, it's my sister as well. But if you're someone who's been dying to go to the gym, or not dying, but desperately working on yourself and wanting to see improvement in your weight, or desperately want to see improvement in your strength, or you recently had an injury and you want to heal and you've been worried about getting back on the right foot or making sure that you don't re-stress that injury, go work on it anyway. Go do it anyway. Don't run from it. If you're gonna run away from the solution, if you're gonna run away from the problem, run to a solution. Don't run and hide. Running and hiding is mediocre. Running and hiding is complacency. Running and hiding means dormant. But if you're running away from the problem to run to a solution, then at least you have the chance to save yourself. I think the thing that fascinates me the most, or has fascinated me the most, about this whole like self-improvement thing is that I'm starting to learn that doing the things that are hardest first, or doing the things that are hardest, is what makes life easier in the end. I'm not like I said, I'm not the most communicative person, but I'm slowly learning that communicating with people at the right times, or even early sometimes, provides way more benefit to your life than being quiet, waiting for life to happen, and then calling for help when you need help. I heard this quote during a podcast I was listening to, and they said, "The obstacle is the way." Meaning, to me, that means that whatever the obstacle is, or whatever the obstacle that you're facing, wherever that is, whatever that may be, that is where you need to be headed. Through it, around it, over it, under it. However you decide to get around the obstacle, that's still the way to go. That's kind of like, I live in the Metro Detroit area. So one thing that I've learned is that even if I decide that I'm going to take the shorter route to work, or I'm going to get off the highway when there's like traffic on the highway, I'm either going to find myself being late because I'm trying to avoid all of the different areas where there's a bunch of cluttered traffic, or I'm just going to end up where I was trying to go in the exact same amount of time as if I just stayed where I was originally, or stayed on the same path that I was supposed to be on originally. There's no point in trying to deter and go somewhere else. If you stay on your path, you don't got to worry about trying to get back on path. Hopefully that resonates with you. The other thing that I'm really learning about doing it anyway, and by doing it, I simply mean doing whatever is positive, or whatever has a positive connotation in your life and adds true benefit and value to your existence and to your prosperity of life and your journey through life. I think the biggest thing that I've really been pulling away from it is that either way it's going to be hard. So I'd rather choose the hard where over time I get stronger. Like, bruh, you want to get stronger every single day, whether it's here or spiritually as well. I know there's that like crazy trending Instagram sound where it's like, it's like telling you like you could be lazy, you could do this, you do this, and that's hard, or you could go about life this other way and that'll still be hard. So you have to choose your hard. But I really do believe that's true. You have to choose the hard in life that's really going to build you up. Like, college is hard, but so is starting a business. So is working a 9 to 5 for somebody else. Life is hard. You know what else is hard? Death. You really just gotta wake up in the morning and tell yourself, like, you have the opportunity now to build yourself up even more. Like, you can breathe, bro. Someone woke up this morning and they was sick. Someone woke up this morning and they're missing limbs. Someone didn't wake up this morning. Legit, like someone did not wake up this morning. And so if you're telling me you can't build yourself up or take a 10 to 15 minutes out the day to do a couple push-ups or take 30 minutes to read a book or spend time in your spirituality and working on yourself, or taking an hour out your day to scale out a business or write a business plan, or taking some time out your day to sit with your family and work on your relationships with your family so that way they can continue to uplift you, you dead wrong. And the thing is, when I'm speaking to y'all, I'm speaking to myself as well, because I do not have all this down pat. Like, I don't, that's the other thing. That's another reason why you should do it anyway. Do it for you. Like, I don't just make these videos for y'all. I'm really making it for me. This is just me having another place to come back to. This is another way that I could educate my kids when I grow up and I have kids. I want someone to look at these videos and be like, he made a good point. I want to change my life a little bit. As long as I can help someone get on the path that they want to get on, I'm obviously feel like I made some kind of impact, and hopefully they'll reach out and tell me. But at the end of the day, I'm making these videos for me because I know that on the inside, I need to know this. On the inside, this is what I need to tell myself. So I'm really talking to myself and the camera, because chat, camera, it's all the same. It's really just, we all people. We could get on the same page, it'd be called groupthink. We're all humans. We all go through very similar situations. You bleed how I bleed. And even if you put your pants on with your left leg first and then your right, and I put mine on with my right leg, then with my right leg first and then my left leg, we both still put on pants. So it don't matter. We can all learn from each other. We can all be uplifted by one another. And I might forget, you might forget that you were capable enough to do something one day. You might not even have all the motivation in the world to do the thing that you desire. Like as an artist, you may not be encouraged every single day to sit down and paint something out or to put more effort into a painting. But when you go back and look at your previous work, you start to remind yourself of like, wow, I really did an amazing job. But it's not always going to be like that. But that's kind of why other people share their work and their experiences now, because that motivates you. Have you not seen like for me, my personal experience is that when I see videos on the internet of people working out, like when I see Sam Sulek videos, it makes me want to go to the gym every time, because Sam Sulek is brolic, like the dude, he looks amazing. And not only that, but he speaks in a demeanor which is, it uplifts you, but it's so real. Like it hits you in the core. So you can't really just be thinking like, oh, what I'm doing is pointless, or what I'm doing is only capable of being degraded, neglected, or hated on. Like if you're doing something to purposely hurt other people, then yes, it will be hated on. But if you're putting something out there that's meant to be positive and you're sharing it from a good place in your heart, the general reaction is going to be love, and it's going to be received. Will it be received by every single person it comes across? Probably not. But over time, it'll be received by more people. It'll be shared by more people. That's why people go to church, to share their testimonies, because their testimony also can help heal other people in the congregation. You gotta do it anyway. You do it for yourself. Do it regardless of what people gonna say, because they was gonna say something anyway. Do it because you love it. And do it because you have opportunity. Not everybody has opportunity. Opportunity goes far beyond physical capabilities. It could be financial capabilities, mental capabilities, some even spiritual. So post that video and go to the gym. Cook your family that meal. Share your ideas. Make that proposal at work. Ask for that promotion at work. Because you never know who will see. You never know who will see. You never know who will take away from it. And you don't know who you will influence. There's eyes everywhere. Literally everywhere. Your phone has eyes on it. So if you don't think anybody watching, they are. If you don't think anybody ain't watching, God is. God is. What's crazy is I used to clown so much. I really do believe that the reason why I used to play so much and clown so much was because I wanted the attention, but for a different reason. I always wanted to be someone that people could come to, talk to, feel motivated by, be uplifted by, also be challenged by. It's kind of why I do go to the gym. It's not the friendliest way to go to the gym, but when I do go, I see myself as competition, not just with myself, but with all the other 30, 40-year-old men, all the 15 to 16-year-olds. I may not be the strongest, but I know I look good. So when they see me, I know they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna work harder now. And some of them, a lot of them, are a lot stronger than me. So when I see them, it makes me want to push more weight. It makes me want to go harder. And I don't just want to go harder for the competition. I want to go harder because I know I've surrounded myself by people who have done what I've already done. Well, not what I've already done what I want to achieve. Or are showing flashes of what I would like to achieve. You gotta do it for you. So you gotta overcome that fear, overcome that anxiety. Free yourself from the idea of failure. Because that doesn't exist. There are a lot of emotions that our society and our generation have all tried to normalize, like depression, anxiety. I'm not saying that they don't, that they can't be real, but it's all up here. So If you go back to my last video, I was talking about redefining your own reality. If you can redefine how you think and not make it so panic based and get out of survival mode of living, I can guarantee you that you'll stop feeling anxious or depressed. You'll start thinking more for solutions and then start applying them and then start freeing yourself from all those different emotions as well. Because even in the Bible it says that God did not give us a spirit of fear. So why should you fear? Why should you be anxious? Why should you be depressed? I'm not sure if that goes the same for all different religions. But as a human to another human, if an illness is mental, couldn't you just unthink it? Couldn't you just break it down and get to the very root of it within your own mind and then eradicate it and realize that you are the one who defines your own reality and your emotions? And once I started doing that, I started realizing like I'm very much more capable and I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. Because you can do a lot more. You just fear. You just feel tired. You feel anxious. And that's not even the true emotion behind it. There's something deeper. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for sitting up here and folding clothes with me. Battery died. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, leave a like on the video. Subscribe. If you already subscribed, share the video, send it to somebody. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in and watching me fold my clothes. Greatly appreciate it. Y'all amazing. Like, I'm already very grateful for the fact that I got as many subscribers as I do right now. I don't know off the top of my head. And I do believe that over time that these videos are gonna get more popular. And I am going to encourage y'all to please share the video. Please like the video. Please comment the videos. Share this with somebody just so that way y'all can have something else to talk about. Especially if you feel like some of the things or any of the things that I said in the video were beneficial or relatable or resonated with you in your life. Remember to do it anyway because you're capable. You have opportunity. People was going to say what they wanted to anyway. But if you truly love it, if you truly believe it's going to be impactful positively in your life, go do it. All right.